Thou wouldst survive longest as an archer. Wilt thou accept this as thy destiny? No, I will not. Yes, I just made you sit through the entire generator for nothing. I actually want to be a bard, because what I'm trying to do is show you guys the game, so I want to show you every part of it. And a bard is pretty much good at everything. It's good at thievery, it's good at magic, and it's good at fighting. It's sort of a jack of all trades. It's also the only thief class that can cast spells. As far as I know, it might actually be the only non-mage class that can cast spells. What will be thy name, bard? Yeah, I'm not gonna do something stupid like fallen tree shade like last time. I learned my lesson after having to pronounce it a couple of times. After you say that out loud, it just starts to get really old. Choose thy gender! Yeah, if you can't tell I'm a guy, then you can just go away. From where dost thou hail, Quill the Bard? Now this well, it doesn't work as well as it should. You basically choose what country you hail from, and then that affects what species you are. The problem with this is that it doesn't tell you what species you play as until after you pick a home province, and also it doesn't tell you what the species' advantages are until after you've chosen it. So I'm gonna be the Black Marsh because I like Argonians. Thou hast chosen Black Marsh, land of the Argonians! Wouldst thou accept this as thy home? Then thou wilt be known as the Bard Quill, who wouldst call Black Marsh, land of the Argonians, his home. Know ye this also! Thy race is born of the swamps. Thou hast stayed thyself from the open fields, for thou art hunters of a different sort, those who stalk thy prey in the still black waters. I take that to mean that Argonians are good at stealth. Thy body and mind must be intelligent and personable if thou art to succeed as a bard. So that means I need to increase my intelligence and personification stats. Or personality. What the heck is personification? Go ye now in peace. Let thy fate be written in the Elder Scrolls. And finally, we're at character customization. Distribute thy points as needed. Okay, so we need to increase intelligence and personality if we are to succeed as a bard. Also, Argonians are good at stealth and, well, I assume that because it said that we stalk our prey in the still black waters. So I might want to increase agility. Endurance, I'm not sure I need too much of. And I won't be using too much strength either. I don't know, I'm not sure I'll be able to live with these stats. I'll try not to be too picky because I'm recording this. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. Reroll stats. Well, occasionally it gives me something really good, but today it just seems to be not doing that. Okay, I'll go for that. Just because I don't want to take too much time. You guys are watching this live. Alright, now you choose your face by clicking on it. Really simple. Basic character... I can't talk today. Basic character customization. Well, you know, it works well. It's not as open as the rest of the Elder Scrolls series. Most of the Argonian faces, I don't know if it's just the Argonians, but the Argonian faces tend to look really weird. Like, what is this? Is he bald, or is that some sort of a cap or something? I usually go for the spiky hair, because that's the only face I really like. Although I just noticed that his face actually looks kind of like a skull. And now we have another cutscene!
Do not fear, for it is I, Rhea Silmain. Quill, listen to me. There are no others left to carry on this fight. You have been left in this cell to die. Jagar Tharn, Imperial Battle Mage of Tamriel, has taken on the guise of the true Emperor. He does not see you as a threat, being only a minor part of the Imperial Court. In that act of arrogance, he has made his first mistake. Look to the north wall of this cell. You will find a ruby key which will unlock the door. Take it and make your escape. The passages here were once used by Tharn to hide treasures he had stolen from the Emperor's coffers. If you wish, you can gather enough to support yourself away from the Imperial seat. Be careful, there are many creatures which inhabit the sewer's mouth, vile rats and goblins. It is too late for me, for I am already dead. Only my powers as a sorceress keep me between this life and the next. That power, however, is waning. Do not succumb to greed, or you may find these tunnels to be your final resting place as well. I can still work my magic to a certain extent. If you travel west from this cell, then south, you will find a shift gate. It will transport you far enough from the center of the Empire that you should be safe. If you survive these sewers, you will see me again. Remember, Quill, Tharn has taken on the guise of the Emperor. No one will gainsay his word for yours. I will come to you again in your dreams, so it is imperative that you rest from time to time. In that way, I will be able to communicate with you and lend my aid. You are entering a dangerous arena, my friend, one in which the players are beings beyond your mortal comprehension. I do not envy your role. There is, however, a power within you as yet untapped. Look for me when you have gained experience in the world. You are my last and best hope.
Okay, so from that, I think we can glean that you were once part of the Elder Council, but you were locked in this cell after the Emperor was betrayed. But for some reason, even though this is used for prisoners and stuff, Jagar Tharn keeps all the stolen loot down here. Yeah, not a smart guy, this Jagar Tharn. Also, there are no other prisoners down here, so I think we can assume that everyone else is dead. Now, while I'm in this cell, this is basically your opportunity to play around with the controls without fear of dying instantaneously. And the controls, I gotta say, are absolutely terrible. I can forgive this to a certain extent because the game was largely experimental, but think about this. The game uses a combination of the arrow keys and the mouse. Now look at the arrow keys on your keyboard right now. If you're using an average keyboard, they're most likely on the right side of the keyboard, right? And the majority of people are right-handed, which means that the mouse is on the right side of the keyboard. So how exactly am I supposed to work the arrow keys and the mouse at the same time, without either bending my hand into an uncomfortable position or rotating the keyboard, which in my case is attached to the monitor, so I now have a very slanted view of the screen. Whatever. So here's your basic interface. You can click this button to bring out your weapon, or in this case my fists, and you right-click and drag to attack. Kind of unconventional, but I don't think it's as bad as most people say. You have a map, which you fill in. When you're in a dungeon, you fill this in as you explore. You can also write on your map. For no particular reason other than why not. This is the pilfer option, which basically allows you to steal things. I don't have anything to steal from, though. You can only steal from, like, doors, which you would do to break into a house, or from an NPC. This is the status button. You are in the Imperial Dungeons! It is 12:21 in the afternoon. The date is Tyrdas, 1st of Hearthfire, in the year 3E389. You are currently carrying 3 kilograms out of 112 kilograms. You are healthy. This is to cast a spell. Here's your spells list. I'm not going to cast anything right now because that would be a massive waste of my hit points. And this is your log, which you use to record quests that you're on. Use magic items. I don't have any right now, so I can't demonstrate this. And this is the rest button, which I'm not going to demonstrate because that would be a waste of time. Now the first thing that you want to do is equip whatever weapon you started off with. I got a short sword because I'm a bard. And the reason for this is that, yeah, I can't confirm this, but they say that there's a glitch in the game that causes the game to crash if you use hand-to-hand. I've never seen that myself, so I can't vouch for that, but, you know, better safe than sorry. Especially since I'm recording for something, so I can't really have the game crashing on me. Which reminds me, I'm going to save the game now because, you know, I tend to die after good things happen to me, and then I have to go back and do it again. So I'm going to explore the dungeons a bit, just to show you the game. Goblin! The goblin has nothing usable. It seems safe to rest in these niches. You think the rats or other creatures may not smell you with the draft that runs so close to the floor. That means you can rest in these things, and theoretically they won't be able to find you, which means that they won't bother you while you're sleeping. The problem is that they bother you while you're sleeping anyway. I have no idea why. Ah! Oh, I hate these rats. There's a rat in every single Elder Scrolls game. It's annoying. And these rats are cheap, let me tell you. They always travel in groups. I mean, always. I've never seen them not travel in groups. They're uber powerful for a rat. They can open doors. I don't know, they just seem really tough for small little rodent things. I used to keep hamsters and stuff. Let me tell you, rodents are not this tough. Maybe a capybara because those things are friggin' huge, but not rats. Also, I don't think they ever carry loot, which is interesting because pretty much everything else does. If you're gonna maybe put up with like the most annoying enemy in the entire history of video gaming, at least let me gain something from it!